Hey everyone, I'll be solving the question spread spree. In this question, you'll be given n rows and m columns. And there is a cell intersection at ith row and jth column denoted by ij, like the ith row and the jth column. Initially, every cell of the grid is white, and you have to choose exactly one cell of the grid and color it black. This coloring then spreads to rest of the grid, like in the picture, and this the causes like if our one cell is black, then it will cause all its neighbors to also become black, like the horizontal, vertical, and the diagonal, like it is in the this video. And Fij denote the minimum time needed for every cell to turn black. And if k is the minimum value of Fij, then we need to calculate the sum of I cross j for all the cells such that f of ij for those cells is k. K is the minimum time, and we need to modulo this to our answer, and we need to find that summation I cross j. Now let me explain it with the whiteboard. Let's say this is the number of rows we are having is 6 and the number of columns we are having is 4. Now, if we want to calculate the maximum number of moves, that will be the maximum of rows or column. In this case, the number of rows is maximum. So it will be 6 by 2. What it is? It is 3. So the minimum number of moves would be 3. Why? If I am standing over here, let's say I'm standing at mid, then the number of the rows we need to travel to make all the cells black is 1, 2, and 3. So this is the minimum number of move because we have lesser column. So we could consider only the row to calculate the minimum number of moves needed. As it is even, we have two rows to get our answer. If I'm standing over here, then also we the minimum number of move would be 3 only, because I have 3 rows in the upward direction and 2 rows in the downward direction, so 3 would be the minimum move in this case also. So if it is even, then we have 2 rows which will help to get our answer. But the number of columns we need to find out which will help us to get our answer. How would we find out? Because we have the moves. I have 3 moves which will be needed. If I am standing at some column, let's say, and this one, two, three, I have 3 moves to make all the columns as black. So this is could be my starting column. And how do I know which one is my ending column? Like the if I'm standing over here, then I have one, two, three moves to make all the column cells as black. So this could be my ending column, because if I have one more column over here, I cannot stand over here because I'll be having then one, two, three, four. So minimum number of a move is 3. So we cannot afford to have 4. So this is my ending column. So using this, we could calculate our starting and ending column. And now we know the sum of first and natural number is n into n plus 1 by 2. Using that, we could calculate the summation of this. Let's say if I'm doing the row is 3. So 3 into 1. We write it. So 3 into 1, then plus 3 into 2 in this case, plus 3 into 3. I could write it as like by taking 3 as common, that is the row number, and then 1 plus 2 plus 3. So this is the sum of n natural number only. Now if I say, let's say the minimum number of move is 2 in this case, let's say, then the column that I'll be starting on, this could be my starting column, and the ending column would be uh, this. Now I need to know, like I need 3 into 2 and 3 into 3 only. So I could subtract the starting one, like I know the sum of n natural number, so I need I need 3 into 2 plus 3 into 3. How can I write it? I can easily write it. 3 into 2 plus, let's say 1 plus 2 plus 3 minus 1. It can be easily written as this. But I need 1 plus 2 only, I think. Yeah, because we are not 2 and 3 also. So, yeah. This is the ending column, the sum of ending column. Like, let's say this is n. So, n into n plus 1 by 2 minus start into start plus 1 by 2. So, I'm reducing that, the starting terms, and just taking the terms that are coming in between these. Now, if it is even, then I'll be having two rows. So let's look at the code. It will be more clear. Like the number of columns is the minimum of n and m, and the number of rows is the maximum of n and m. Now the number of moves would be needed to find, as r is maximum, then r by 2 is the moves needed to make all the cells as black. So the moves is the r by 2. Now if r is odd, then I'm incrementing my mid. Why it is? If let's say I have 5 columns only, so it is odd, then 5 by 2 would be 2. 5 by 2 would be 2. So this is not the starting one, because 3 would be the, because the third row would be the row that would be contributing to my answer. So that's why I'm doing mid plus plus. But the number of moves would be mid only. Because if I am standing at the third row, then I have 2 columns, 2 rows to cover, and in the bottom also I will have 2 rows, because if it is odd. Yeah, no, that is the minimum of c comma 1 plus moves, because the starting, that is the starting column, and plus moves. I know that the minimum number of moves is moves. Why I'm doing 1 plus moves, that is, mm, what would be my ending column? Like, if the number of moves is 2, then from this, if the number of moves is 2, then from this column I could start, because then I will be having two columns to cover. So that's why I'm doing the minimum of column, because it cannot go beyond the maximum column, and the maximum of 1 comma c minus moves. What it is, like, from the ending, how much um, columns that I could cover if I'm starting to some minimum column. Let's say that if for this the number of column is 4, so 4 minus 2, I could start from 2. Then I'll be having 2 columns to cover, and it is minimum of 1 comma c minus moves, because I cannot go beyond 1. So that would be my starting one, and c plus 1 plus moves would be my ending one. So from within this range I could um I could make the cell as black to spread with the minimum number of moves. So this is my ending column, and this is my starting column. Now n into n plus 1 by 2, that I'm doing, because of the module I'm using some multiply functions that I have written over here, that is just helping me in modulo operation, and then dividing it by 2. If it is even, then I will be having 2 rows which will be contributing to my answer. So that's why I'm multiplying this sum with mid as well as mid plus 1. If it is odd, then I will be having only 1 row which will be contributing to my answer, that is met into sum. I think this will be clear now. Thank you for watching.